What's up, all? All right, so as you can see, I got my ACH on, I got my Kevlar on. You know why? Because I am prepared to be going to war with these ZX10s. But before I go on my tangent, let me give you a little backstory. So there's this guy, his name is One Slow ZX10 on IG or YouTube, right? And he obviously has a problem with me. Big problem. Now, we agreed that we were gonna go race. I got my brand new 21S1000. I said, run with your brung, all that stuff. And he comes out, you know what he came out with? Electronics. Now, the dude say he didn't race with electronics, but he indeed had his electronics on. So, we raced to like, I don't know, third or fourth gear. You know, anybody who has S1000s, well, hell, a stock wheelbase 1K, you know what's gonna happen. You're gonna wheelie, especially if you're going from down low, first gear. Bike wheelies, that sort of thing. He got his little electronics on, he takes off. Okay. So, we race, I don't know how many times, but we raced a couple of times, and all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Yeah, I got a problem with it because he raced me with electronics on. Now, if your bike has electronics or you're not skilled enough to ride your bike without electronics, hey, that's what it is. But in my opinion, if you're not, I don't know, if your bike ain't got, 3, 4, 5, 600 horsepower, there is no need for you to be riding around with electronics on. And if you do, man, you probably need to go back to the MSF course or something, because there's no reason to ride with electronics, in my opinion. Oh, well, actually, no. Unless you're on the racetrack. If you're on the road racetrack, depending, you know what I mean? But that's not the thing. This is not road race. This was nothing but going straight, fast. That's it. So, we line ourselves up, we race. Of course, what happens to me? I come up, he goes. Now, let me tell you about the modifications. We're both around the same weight. That's no big deal. But yeah, he got his little flash. He got all his little full bolt-on modifications outside of a tune. And actually, he does kind of have a tune because he has that Brent tune stuff. Okay, my bike has no flash. I modified it, figured out how to take all the electronics off and do some other things the day before the race, which is my fault. But either way it goes, I went out, raced his behind, and I lost. Now, it remains to be seen if I could have, I don't know, caught him at fourth gear, fifth gear, sixth gear, that sort of thing, because we only raced to like third or fourth gear or something. I don't know. But, I mean, where they do that? Where do you line up in first gear and then get to like third, outside of a drag strip? You in the streets, Mexico, and you race to like third or fourth gear. What is that? And then you turn around with your electronics and then you turn around and you say, oh my God, I won. Walking around like you LeBron or something, like beating his chest. Like, what is that? So, eventually, what's gonna happen is, we're gonna race again. And the one thing that I'm going back and forth about is, if you watch my other videos, I have a good number of bikes. So I'm waiting for my actual race bikes to be done, because I do not want to touch my stock wheelbase bike. I actually enjoy curving. I enjoy wheeling. I enjoy all of that stuff. So I know that I can make the bike faster. I just don't want to, because that would change the dynamics of the bike. Now, so for One Slow 10 or ZX10 or whatever his name is on IG and YouTube, I'm not worried about it. It's all good this season. You know what I mean? If I'm around, then we'll race again. I just know one thing. He better not pull his behind up when I actually have my dedicated bikes for racing up. Better not pull up on that. So you better keep this little win and just get excited about how he can ride around with electronics. And then he talking about a draggy and all this stuff. I see, it's funny. I see that on Facebook all the time, like the draggy. Oh my God, I could do 60 to 30 or 130 or whatever it is. Man, look. Ain't nobody worried about his stupid draggy times. I mean, his draggy times are slow as hell anyway. But either way it goes, people put too much time and energy on this little Facebook, like these little pages and stuff. They be putting too much time and energy into that stuff because they see it online and then they go and try to, you know, mimic it, and then it's not a thing. And right now what's being mimicked is everybody and their mama. The ZX10 it's the new Gixxer. Used to be the BMW, it was the Gixxer, then it crossed over to the BMW, and now everybody and their mama got ZX10s. Now, it is my job, or so I feel it's my job, I'm a BMW fan, although I'm really not brand loyal. Well, I guess I kind of sort of am, because I got several BMWs, but it is my job to beat up on as many ZX10s as I possibly can. You know what I mean? Now, I'm a heavier guy, but either way it goes, that's my job. That's why I am tired of every time, man, I grab my remote, I start flicking YouTube. And what do I scroll through? ZX10, ZX10, ZX10. Okay, can't deal with it on the YouTube. So what do? I go over there. My fingers start doing this with the mouse. I'm on my Facebook. And what do I see? ZX10, 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 ZX10. I'm like, whew. Nobody else there's no other manufacturers out here? I mean, there's gotta be other bikes out there that's moving other than ZX10s. So, I just want to make a quick video about that because literally ZX10s are really starting to get on my damn nerves. But that's okay though. That's okay, because my plan is when my bikes are actually done and dialed in, as many ZX10s as I can run over, I shall. I don't particularly like ZX14s either because they did me wrong, but I'm gonna put the ZX14 hate to the side, and right now I'm gonna focus. So here's my list. Locally, I got a problem with Kory, I got a problem with Antoine, I got a problem with William Benford, whatever, I think that's his name. Look, there's several ZX10s in the area that I got a problem with, so I'm gonna deal with them first. And then I see a couple of them online, I'll deal with them as well. I gotta get past my internal before I go external, but either way it goes, as many ZX10s as I could run over, that's what's gonna happen, because I am tired of ZX10s. And last but not least, Kory, we will line up. I promise you I will pull up when the season starts. Now, thank you all. Like, subscribe to the channel, because when my bikes are done, which can be 2035, because it seems like there's no movement on my bikes, but when they are done, I think that I'm gonna be good to go. It's gonna be something special. This is Reaper. I'm coming for you, ZX10s. Out.